This new upscaler for Automatic 1111 is amazing. Hello my friends, how are you doing? Today I want to show you the multi-diffusion upscaler. This is not just good for cards with low VRAM, it also is good for very nice quality, and it also works with SDXL, even the Lightning version, so it can work really fast. Let's get started. First of all, of course, we're going to look at the GitHub page. I can't show you all of them because there's a lot of pictures there from women that are very gifted, let's say. Here are the features. It supports SDXL, also stable SR support, and it has tiled noise. This is where the magic comes in because it adds a lot more detail with tiled noise. It can tile the VAE. This is where the magic happens for the low VRAM cards, because it can split up the image even better. And then you can also have regional prompt control. And another thing that's good here is you can do ultra large image generation. So you can upscale an image that's already big. Like for example, you have a high res fix with a 2x upscale, and then you can additionally upscale here with 8x to get a really big image with very nice details if you want to. The installation, this is very easy. As you can see here, there's two methods. Either you go to the extensions available and then find tiled diffusion with tiled VAE. So basically you go here to extensions available, click on load from, and then either you have the search bar here where you can type that, or you go Control F and then just search in the browser window for the extension, and then on the right side here click install, or you can install from the URL, in which case you simply copy this URL. So it's super easy to do that. Then of course, once everything has been installed, you go here to installed, apply and restart UI. It might install some additional things while it is restarting. So how do you use that for normal image generation? I want to show you how to use it for SD 1.5 and also for SDXL with a Lightning model. First, 1.5. For this, I'm using the Epic Realism Natural Sin model. Here I'm using a very normal prompt. I have here my settings with the Euler A sampler, 20 steps. I have a width of 512 by height 768 with a CFG scale of 5 in that case, and nothing extra. Down here you have the tiled diffusion, tiled VAE, but I'm not using that in here. Also not using the high res fix, so you can see that this even works with a low resolution image. So we are rendering that image, just normal image generation, and then click down here on the button to send this to image. Here is one thing you might want to look out for. In the prompt, change it to only the quality prompts, the style prompts. In my case, I removed everything other than highly detailed photography, soft light, and then I added raw photo at the end of my prompt. Now when we scroll down here, you can see that I don't use the resize in here, but I set my CFG scale to 1 in that case, very low CFG scale. I keep the sampling method in Euler A and the sampling steps on 20. I set my denoise to 0.2, and then when we scroll a little bit deeper, here we have the tiled diffusion. I turn that on, and then I have here my noise inversion. I turned it on too because this adds a lot of details to the image. This is very beneficial. Here you have to select your upscaler. It's pretty important. You want to experiment with that a little bit to see what gives you the best results from that. And then below that you have here your tiled VAE. You can turn that on. You can set here the encoder tile size. I set mine to 512 in that case. If it is not needed because the image is too low resolution, it will just not use the tiled VAE. So you can just turn it on and leave it like that and then just render through the process. Now for the scale factor, it's important that the scale factor is set here in the tiled diffusion area. In this case, I'm upscaling it 4 times. Takes a little bit to render through everything, and then we have this as a result. And as you can see here, very high resolution, very beautiful details, especially for a model that is 1.5. This looks absolutely stunning. Also the skin details, the eyes, everything is really beautiful. Now let's look at how to use the same thing with an SDXL Lightning model. For that I'm using Juggernaut XL version 9 RD Photo 2 Lightning. Here I have the exact same prompt. However, for the settings in the first step, to get some better quality here, I'm still using the Euler A sampler with 20 steps. In this case, I'm also using a CFG scale in the text to image generation because it's a Lightning model. If you set the CFG scale too high, it's not going to give you a nice result. And of course, here in this case, I have my width and height 1024 by 1024 because it's an SDXL model, so you need a higher resolution. Of course, you can also use other ratios. And after this has finished, again, we're going to send this to image to image. Now, inside of image to image, again, I'm changing my prompt just to the style words. And then down here, now this is a little bit different in that case. You can see here that for the upscaling, I'm still using the Euler A sampling method. I'm using sampling steps 4 in that case for the Lightning model. I'm using a CFG scale of 1. I'm using a denoise strength of 0.51, which sounds pretty high, but it does give you a true to the image result, but has a lot of added details. The description on the GitHub page says not to go over 0.6 denoise as far as I understand. Now here for the tiled diffusion, in this case, I'm setting this for a latent tile width for 128 by 128 instead of 96 by 96. Again, experiment with the upscaler model here to see what kind of result you get. In this case, I'm only upscaling 2 times because it's already a higher resolution. To start with, I'm using my noise inversion here as before, but in this case, I'm not using my tiled VAE. The reason for that is when I try to use it with an SDXL model, I'm getting an error. So for me, it does not work. And here we can see the high resolution result looks absolutely beautiful. Look at that smooth, very beautiful skin, the amazing eyes, the eyelashes, everything here looks really, really good. And like I said, the upscaling process, because we are using only 4 steps for the SDXL Lightning model, is also very fast. So overall, the quality of this upscaler is mind-blowing. I'm absolutely loving the results. I found that with SDXL, I need more denoise because otherwise I get some kind of fragmentation or some kind of strange results in my upscaling. But with 0.5 denoise, I get really nice smooth results, and the noise inversion really adds to the details and makes it really nice and crisp. Let me know in the comments what you think. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and see you soon. Bye! Oh, you're still here. So this is the end screen. There's other stuff you can watch like this or that. It's really cool. And yeah, I hope I see you soon. Leave a like if you haven't yet. And well, yeah,